At the microscopic level, the human intestinal epithelium is a highly calibrated environment. It functions with the exactness of a precision optical lab. Running this lab is a massive workforce of trillions of beneficial microbes. You can think of them like a precision polishing slurry, constantly circulating, breaking down nutrients, and working in a synchronized rhythm to keep our internal system stable. Coating this entire landscape is the mucin layer. It is a delicate, thick hydrogel that acts as a physical shield. It lets water and nutrients slide through to the cells below, but stops harmful bacteria from making contact with the sensitive tissues underneath. When this microscopic boundary is perfectly clear and structurally sound, the whole body thrives. Everything from our metabolism to our immune system relies on this barrier remaining absolutely pristine. But that pristine environment is under constant attack from the outside. Every time we drink bottled water or eat packaged foods, we ingest thousands of microscopic intruders, primarily polyethylene and polypropylene particles. When these microplastics enter our digestive tract, they flood into that delicate microbial slurry. They are jagged, durable, and completely alien to our biology. Because they cannot be digested, they act like industrial shrapnel. As they tumble through the gut, their sharp edges scrape against the intestinal walls, tearing through the protective hydrogel and exposing the vulnerable cells underneath. Before any complex chemical reactions take place, the body sustains a blunt physical trauma. The first line of defense is ground down and broken by thousands of microscopic plastic blades. Once the protective hydrogel is stripped away, the cells of the intestinal wall are laid bare. Normally, these cells are glued together by tight junctions, biological seals that keep pathogens out of the bloodstream. As the plastic fragments batter the walls, those seals begin to fail, tearing open microscopic gaps. While larger fragments wedge open the tight junctions, the tiniest fragments, nanoplastics, don't even need the gaps. They undergo transcytosis. They are so incredibly small that intestinal cells swallow them up, passing them directly through their membranes, straight into the body. This violent physical invasion throws the local microbes into chaos. The beneficial bacteria, like bifidobacterium, are forcefully displaced. In their absence, hostile, opportunistic bacteria, known as pathobionts, take over, turning a healthy laboratory into a toxic environment. The physical scratch on the surface tears open a path to the bloodstream. The barrier is broken, and synthetic material freely floods the body. As these plastic particles enter the bloodstream, they pull off a deceptive trick called biocorona formation. They attract wandering proteins and biological debris, wrapping around the plastic core. This coating actively masks the synthetic intruder, letting it slip past our immune system undetected. Hidden inside this biological Trojan horse is a chemical payload. The plastics begin to leach industrial plasticizers and endocrine disruptors directly into the surrounding tissue. This triggers a severe wave of oxidative stress, essentially microscopic chemical rust that damages our DNA and cellular machinery. The damage reaches its peak when it interrupts communication. Healthy gut microbes are supposed to send a critical chemical message, the hypoxanthine WNT signal, all the way to the bone marrow to activate our master repair stem cells. The chemical rust generated by the plastics silences that signal completely. Swallowing a microscopic piece of plastic unplugs the gut-bone marrow axis, paralyzing the deep cellular repair networks the body relies on to keep itself functional. The human body is incredibly resilient, and it possesses its own mechanisms to fight back against this synthetic invasion, provided we supply it with the right fuel. The first line of defense is entirely physical. Dietary fiber acts as a massive structural broom inside the intestines. As it moves through the gut, the fiber physically entangles those jagged plastic particles, pulling them away from the cell walls and safely sweeping them out of the system. Next comes the chemical counterattack. A diet rich in natural antioxidants deploys specialized molecules that hunt down the free radicals caused by the plasticizers. With the plastic grit cleared out and the chemical fires extinguished, the beneficial microbes return to their workstations. They resume production of vital short-chain fatty acids, which the body uses to rebuild the protective mucin hydrogel and restore the impenetrable barrier. The threat of microplastics in our environment is relentless. But targeted, high-fiber, antioxidant-rich nutrition actively flushes out the intruders and reestablishes biological harmony day after day. Repairing that single microscopic layer of cells in the gut sends a cascading wave of vitality throughout the entire human body. The signaling to the bone marrow resumes, and systemic repair comes back online. In a modern world saturated with synthetic materials, defending this internal boundary is a constant, lifelong calibration. By feeding the protective microbes and sweeping away the synthetic grit, we shield our internal microscopic city, ensuring our health remains clear and absolutely uncompromised.